Hello students, we are studying human health and diseases, and now we'll study about first disease, that is malaria. What is the causative agent of this disease? It is caused by parasite protist. There are 4 species of Plasmodium, that is Plasmodium vivax, Plasmodium falciparum, Plasmodium ovale and Plasmodium malariae. So these are the causes, these are the parasites which spreads this disease. Even though we are studying, we generally say that mosquito spreads this disease, but all mosquitoes cannot spread this disease. Only female Anopheles mosquito is a causative agent of this malaria, and only that female Anopheles mosquito which is having this type of pathogen. Okay, all are having genus Plasmodium, and there are different type of species, that is Plasmodium vivax, falciparum, ovale and malariae. Okay, mode of transmission, you know that it is transmitted through female Anopheles mosquito, that is it is the mosquito borne disease, and mosquito acts as a vector. Vector means it is an insect which spreads this disease from infected person to healthy person. What are the signs and symptoms of malaria? See, first, fever accompanied by shivering. Initial symptoms are fever, headache, chills, may be difficult to recognize as malaria. Initially you cannot identify that it is the malaria because the symptoms are general, that is fever, headache, chills means ताप येतो, डोकं दुखतं, थंडी वाजते. Okay, these are the initial symptoms. Second, joint pain or arthralgia. Joints of your long bones like your knee joint, your elbow joints may pain, that is called as arthralgia. Vomiting is also one of the symptom. Then anemia caused due to rupture of RBCs. Anemia means a decrease in the level of blood, hemoglobin in your body. Okay, anemia which causes due to rupture of RBCs. You know that RBCs are having large nucleus with hemoglobin. Okay, hemoglobin protein. Most of the area of that cell RBCs is occupied by hemoglobin, and when this RBCs ruptures, at that time amount of hemoglobin becomes less in your body. So that is anemia. Then hemoglobinuria means passing of blood in urine. It is also one of the symptom. Then hepatomegaly means liver enlargement. Okay, your liver may enlarge. Then seventh symptom is cerebral malaria means brain infection. Sometimes your fever may reach up to your brain. Cerebral malaria. Brain infection may occur if it is not treated properly. Then the retinal damage means your cells of retina in your eye may damage. And convulsions. Convulsions means sometimes epilepsy, fit आल्यासारखं होतं, अंग थरथर होतं आणि फिट्स येण्याची शक्यता असते. नाइन्थ, cyclic occurrence of sudden coldness followed by rigor and then fever and sweating. Cyclic occurrence of sudden coldness means दर 4 ते 6 तासांनी आपल्याला एकदम थंडी वाजून येते, ताप भरतो, आणि रिगर मीन्स स्वेटिंग होतं, पुन्हा टेम्परेचर थंडी वाजून ताप येणे, याला म्हणतात रिगर. ओके, एकदम थंडी वाजून येते खूप जास्त आणि ताप येतो, आणि मग त्याच्यानंतर आपण जेव्हा पांघरून वगैरे घेऊन झोपतो त्यावेळेला नंतर स्वेटिंग होतं आणि ताप कमी होतो, पुन्हा 4 ते 6 तासांनी ही सायकल रिपीट होते. दॅट इज कॉल्ड ॲज सायक्लिक सिम्पटम ऑफ मलेरिया. नाव नेक्स्ट, लाईफ सायकल ऑफ मलेरियल पॅरासाइट. सी, इट इज द लाईफ सायकल ऑफ युअर malarial parasite and it is shown in your textbook page number 229. Okay, so this Plasmodium needs 2 hosts. Plasmodium is the parasite which needs 2 hosts to complete its life cycle. So in this diagram, half of the diagram is the cycle of this Plasmodium in the body of mosquito, and half of the cycle is shown life cycle of this Plasmodium in human body. Okay, so first of all, sporozoites, it is the infective stage of this parasite, sporozoites. Okay, so that is the stage in the life cycle of that Plasmodium vivax. Generally Plasmodium vivax is the causative agent. तर त्याच्या लाईफ सायकलच्या वेगवेगळ्या स्टेजेस आहेत, जसं ट्रोफोझॉइड, मेरोझॉइड, स्पोरोझॉइड्स. ओके, So This sporozoite is present in the salivary gland of this female Anopheles mosquito, and when this mosquito bites an infected person, this brown colored strip is the body of human being. Okay, so when these sporozoites which are present in the salivary gland of this female Anopheles mosquito, and this mosquito bites to the normal healthy person, at that time what happens, that sporozoites are released inside the body of human being. Okay, hepatic cells are reached up to the bloodstream, and this hypnozoite hepatic dormancy means hepatic cells of these sporozoites becomes mature. They reach up to the liver of normal healthy person. In liver they become schizont, and this schizont ruptures and releases merozoites. Now these merozoites reach which are present in the liver, they bind to the RBCs of human beings. So here erythrocytes they becomes, when these merozoites reach up to the RBCs, they become erythrocyte, then tropnozoite, then further life cycle stages are there, then erythrocytic schizont forms, and when this erythrocytic schizont ruptures, at that time erythrocytes releases, male and female gametes releases. So here two symbols are shown, that is circle and plus and circle and arrow. You know that circle and arrow means male and circle and plus means female. So these gametocytes are there. Now again, when another mosquito sucks the blood of this infected person, at that time mosquito, female Anopheles mosquito, takes the blood meal from that infected person, and these gametocytes enter inside the body of that mosquito. Then microgamete formation takes place, then macrogamete formation takes place inside the body of that mosquito. Now the cycle starts in the body of mosquito. Okay, so microgamete, then macrogametes, then zygote, then zygote reach up to the midgut, that is stomach of the mosquito. Inside the midgut, that is stomach of the mosquito, it becomes, this zygote becomes ookinete, then oocyst formation takes place, then bursting the cell, and then this bursting cyst again releases sporozoites. Again that cyst ruptures or bursts, and which releases sporozoites. These sporozoites, when it forms inside the body of inside the stomach of that mosquito, it again comes in the salivary gland of that mosquito. Okay, so that is the life cycle. Now next, one more diagram is shown over here, which was present in the old book. Okay, the same life cycle is shown over here. Okay, when the mosquito bites the another human, means life cycle in the human host and life cycle in the mosquito host, both are shown over here. So see, first you can see this diagram, and you can again imagine life cycle of this mosquito, stages in the life cycle of Plasmodium. Okay, now next, life cycle of malarial parasites. See here, there is a description. First point, Plasmodium, the malarial parasite, has two hosts such as human and female Anopheles mosquito. Okay, it needs two hosts. Female Anopheles mosquito needs two hosts to complete its life cycle, that is human being and female Anopheles mosquito. So it is called as digenetic. Now first point, when infected female Anopheles sucks the human blood, it may transfer sporozoites to the human circulation. Just now we have seen that infected female Anopheles mosquito, first that mosquito becomes infected. Okay, then it spreads that infection to human beings. So when infected female Anopheles mosquito sucks the human blood, at that time it may transfer sporozoites, which is present in the salivary gland of human being. Okay, by that salivary gland it spreads or it transfers the sporozoites to human circulation. Sporozoites reproduce asexually through the fission in the liver cells or erythrocytes. So it reach up to the liver cells of human beings. After that, the cells formed are now called as merozoites. Just now we have seen. merozoites. After that, these merozoites, the cells formed within the erythrocytes function as gametocytes, that is gamogony. Beside it forms gametocytes. Okay, in that diagram, that first diagram, you can see all these things. So the cells formed within the erythrocytes function as gametocytes. Besides, it forms gametocytes within the erythrocytes, that is gamogony. There are two times. Now these gametocytes, if taken up by the another female mosquito, then fertilization occurs in its gut. So these ready-made gametocytes are sucked by another female Anopheles mosquito, and then further stages of its development, that is fertilization, takes place inside the gut, that is stomach of that mosquito. Okay, diploid zygote is formed which transforms into oocyst. So it becomes oocyst inside the mosquito's midgut. Okay, then oocyst forms. Diploid zygote is formed which transforms into oocyst. Oocyst forms large number of haploid sporozoites through meiosis, that is sporogony. Sporozoites migrates into the salivary gland of that another mosquito and are ready to infect new human host. Okay, now this mosquito is ready to spread or to transmit that infection to another human being. Now diagnosis and treatment. How to diagnose, how to identify. Malaria can diagnosed by microscopic study of blood smear. Okay, you know that when we test malaria, at that time blood is needed. Malaria can be diagnosed by microscopic study of blood smear. Besides, other rapid diagnostic tests based on the nucleic acid amplification techniques are also used. So besides blood testing, another methods are also developed, which are based on the nucleic acid amplification, means DNA amplification, rDNA technology. They are also used. How to treat? See, treatment of malaria includes combination of therapies. WHO, that is called as ACTS. Treatment of malaria includes combination of therapies, which are called as ACTS. WHO has recommended 5 ACTs, which includes various combinations of artesunate, sulfadoxine, pyrimethamine, etc. In addition to quinine is also used. Okay, so in your textbook, page number 229, all these things are given. Treatment of malaria. So that is the artemisinin based combination therapy. That's why the name is ACTS. Artemisinin combination therapy. That's why ACTs. Now next, prevention and control. You know that how to prevent this infection. Prevention of mosquito. Okay, if it is the mosquito borne disease, then it is obvious that you should control mosquitoes or you should avoid mosquito bites. Prevention of mosquito bite by using mosquito nets and insect repellents, spraying insecticides and draining stagnant water where mosquito lays their eggs. Okay, first of all, you know that mosquito nets आपण मच्छरदाणी वगैरे वापरतो, and insect repellents like Odomos, that good night and all that, spraying insecticides. Okay, and we should not store open water, that is stagnant water should not be there. साचलेलं पाणी वगैरे नको आहे, where mosquitoes can lay their eggs. Now second, mosquito larvae can be controlled by using Gambusia freshwater fishes. It is the biocontrol method. Gambusia is the type of fish which feeds upon the eggs of mosquitoes. Okay, so mosquito larvae can be, larvae. There are mosquito lays their eggs, then larvae, then after hatching it becomes mosquitoes. So mosquito larvae can be controlled by using Gambusia freshwater fishes. It is the biocontrol method. Okay, so in this way we have completed first disease, that is malaria. In the next slide we'll discuss about amoebiasis. Okay, thank you.